Hello everybody, we are back with another standard deck, this time playing a Boros Creatures type deck. So I was scrolling through my collection and saw a whole bunch of legendary creatures in the Boros colors, and I really wanted to give some of those cards a try. So this deck's main cards that we are using are Tori D'Avenant, Fury Rider, which makes each other attacking creature stronger, and if it's red, it gains trample, and if it's white, it practically gains vigilance, which is really strong since most of our cards in our deck are red and white. And then we also are using Djeru and Hazoret to try and get powerful legendary creatures onto the field for free. And Raiyuu Storm's Edge, which can give us 2 attack steps when a samurai or a warrior attacks alone. So if you want a more in-depth look at the deck, wait for the end of the video where we go over this deck and how this deck performs in the matches. Alright, so I think we're going to keep this. We're going to use the courtyard to go get our planes right away. We'll get the Skrelv down next turn. Opponent's got something that's holding priority. Yeah, so we'll get the planes down. We still haven't drawn any mana since we began. Kind of need that if we're gonna start getting things, some of these bigger cards out onto the field. So mono white, Mirror-Shield, do we just play that? I kind of am tempted to play Risona. Yeah, let's just play Risona. Cool. Risona gets the indestructible. We'll skip the turn. Copper Coat, yeah, and gets ward. That'll be fine. We're not really going after anybody anyways, so that'll be fine. We don't have anything to block you. First strike. Yeah, okay. That's fine. Okay. Our turn. There's mana. We love seeing mana. We love seeing the mana. So we'll go the Raiyuu Storm's Edge. Risona's gonna come in. Pass to the damage. Boom. And we'll attack one more time. And then we will end our turn. That worked out pretty well. That is a very nice little combo going, as you can see that. So, Storm's Edge, they go through. Yeah, you attack with that. That's fine. I will block all day. It has indestructible, so I will block all day. There. I will block all day. Yeah. Passive damage. Yeah, and it dies. That's fine. It doesn't necessarily kill me that happened. So, ossification. What are you going to target? I mean, I might as well. What's the opponent going to do? They've got something, so they're going to play a Fateful Absence. Alright. They're going to do it anyways, so doesn't matter too much. So I think we go Rim, and we go the Mirror-Shield. We hold back. Inspiring Overseer. Plaza of Heroes. So now we get the Tori D'Avenant. Huh. So +1/+1. I think we'll attack with the Mirror-Shield. Because it has Vigilance, so might as well. Welcoming Vampire probably kills it. They choose to do nothing. And we love to see that. We love to see that. Leaving a little bit of mana open, so they are too worried about blocking the Mirror-Shield. The Wandering Emperor, we figured. I would imagine first strike, yeah. So we'll draw a card. Tali, do we have enough? Yeah, we do. We have enough for a Tali. That's funny. That's great. So we'll just a Tali. Boon-Bringer is fantastic. I like Boon-Bringer. I like Thalia. Backup. Let's give it to the Atali. And let's give it to you. So we'll go there. Should we trample through? Should we trample through? Let's go there. You go there. And you go in. It forces the opponent to think about doing something. Yeah. Okay. So that's dead. That goes through. Perfect. Awesome. And we win. Atali, that was a really big top deck. That was a really big top deck to be able to pull that one off. That showed off really well against Mono White. I think I'm keeping that one. We will get the planes down. Let's just throw down the Skrelv. Let's get it going. Going first is always super nice. Love being able to go first. Yeah, so I think we're going to attack in first. Yeah, Sundown Pass. End the turn. We got 2 Storm's Edges. Kyrian Beast Caller. Okay. No, yeah, we need the mana. We need the mana. I almost held that back for whatever reason. Let's just throw down the Mirror-Shield Hoplite and we will pass the turn. I was expecting enchantments, but no, this is going to be totally different. Alright, so they pass. We miss a land drop. We missed the land drop. This could get crazy. I think that we'll go with Risona, and then we will attack in with Risona. Give them a thought of what they're gonna do. They let it go through. We'll get the indestructible counter on it. If we get a land drop, I think that we could do pretty well. Just gonna resolve all of them. Yeah. Pass to the attackers. Okay. Yeah, can't block, so we're not blocking. Counters might outpace us here. There's a land drop. Okay. We have to go Storm's Edge because we're missing a red. I'm gonna go both of them. Could have gone with just the one. Could have gone with just the one. It would have probably been smarter to just go with the Risona first. Might have been smarter to go Risona first and then wait. Let's see if the opponent attacks. They do attack. Okay. I'm gonna block you. And I'm gonna block you. Or do I block it? Can we take 6? Can we take 6? We block that. I'm sure something gives everything +1. Don't know if we really have any other choice here. Let's do it. Let's block it. Yeah, Gaia's Gift. So I'm gonna protect you from white. Down to 5. Thalia is not good enough. That's game. Game for us. Tokens is just a little, not tokens. +1/+1 counters is just a little too strong for us. Going too fast. Alright, so we're gonna keep that one. Let's get the planes out. Get the Skrelv. Even though we're not gonna be able to protect anything with it for some time. Let's just get it out. It's our 1 mana creature. Maybe we can get some stuff going. Another Skrelv. Alright. Plaza of Heroes then. And we will attack. Yep. End our turn. They take the 1 toxic, they take the 1 life. Let's see what they do next with their turn. Another Veldarian. So Sunrise Cavalier is going to be coming down. Trample and haste. Both of them coming in. Yep, they go to 2 toxic, go down to 15. If we can draw another land, that would be great. Go for the throat, that works. We still have another Sunrise Cavalier. Sweet, that's another land. So where do we go, Sunrise Cavalier? No, I think we got the Tori D'Avenant out there. And let's hold. Let's wait. Because I want to be able to protect the Tori D'Avenant. I do want to protect that. So let's leave the Skrelv back. Another Veldarian. That's fine for me. That's 3 Veldarians. Pit Fighter. Okay. Yeah, our turn. Okay. We get a Plains to 5. Let's go Sunrise Cavalier. I am going to... Yeah, that's fine. I don't care. We'll attack with all. So those all come back up. It's pretty dang good. Tori D'Avenant, Furry Rider, pretty dang good. Especially when everything basically in our deck is red and white. Yeah, I would block both too. Which then makes it that I want to... Yeah, I want to do that. And protect the Tori D'Avenant. Oh, shit! Oh, shoot! Oh, shoot. I was not thinking. Oh, that wasn't thinking. Oh, I rushed it. I rushed it and chose white instead of red. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. That's really bad. Oh, that was really, really, really bad. That was really bad. I think that we can still win, but that was really bad. That was actually really bad. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that I did that. I cannot believe I did that. I can't believe I did that. That's nuts. Alright, let's get over it. Let's move on. I'm going to attack you with the Sunrise Cavalier. I'm going to let you decide what you want to do. If you're going to double block, or you're just going to let it go through. Yes. Okay. What does Madness do? If you discard this card... Okay. Oh, that was really terrible. That was very terrible. And I could have saved the Cavalier there, but... Yeah. That was yeah. That happened. That did happen. That did happen. Let's see if we can win. Let's see if we can still win. I will give the opponent this, though. They are not drawing any of their lands. That is for sure. They are not doing that. Opponent lost life this turn. Okay. Mishra's Foundry. 1 mana away. Okay, you're a legendary creature. Next to attacks. Has first strike, so let's see what the opponent ends up doing here. They let it through. And then let's just do it again. Oh, I can't get over the fact that was just a very embarrassing play. That was so bad. Waiting on the opponent to decide what they're going to do. This Raiyuu Storm's Edge is really strong when it wants to be. It is really strong. We'll end that turn. Goes to nighttime. See if the opponent is able to draw any mana. No. Exile that, incubate 2. Okay. Choose a non-creature, non-land card in it. That's great. Okay. So, yeah. We'll pass our turn. Yeah, our turn. Okay, so we miss out on the land drop. We'll go with you. Give that to you. And then we'll let you attack. See what the opponent chooses to do. Okay. They block that. That goes there. Or another creature enters. That's, yeah. So we'll go there. They're gonna eat 5. Yeah, they choose to eat 5. Okay. They must have something. We'll end our turn. So you control attacks alone, untap it. Alright. Let's see if we can actually be smart. So opponent finally gets their mana drop. Really unfortunate that they finally get it this late into the game. See what the opponent's waiting to do. We've got 2 first strikers, so if they attack with the Vampire Socialite, we get them. Hopefully the opponent's not just roping us out. Dominating Vampire enters the battlefield, gain control of target creature. Okay. I'll let you choose, and then we'll Skrelv. Enters the battlefield, gain control. Untap that creature, it gains haste. Okay. I think I'm okay with that. Interesting. I don't know what the opponent's is planning on doing. We'll pass to attackers. I really don't know what to do here. Opponent's tapped out. I think I'm just gonna block it and go to my turn. We miss another land drop, but we'll go with the Skrelv. Go with you. Get the Goro Goro out there. Go with you. And then we'll go ahead and attack. Yeah, and we win. Okay, so because they'd have to block, and then Goro Goro gives everything haste. We just win. We just win on that one. Double attacking steps. There you go. Love the double attacking steps with the Storm's Edge. Alright, so welcome back after those matches. So let's talk about this deck. So, I don't know that this deck is completely perfect where it's at. It needs a lot of adjustment. at this time to try and figure out, especially the amount of legendary creatures that we have. There are way too many times where we drew way too many of the same legendary creature. I have a lot of them in the deck for the Djeru and Hazoret's ability, so I want that there, but we never really saw Djeru and Hazoret really go strong other than maybe in one game, so it didn't really play a big part, so probably cutting down a little bit on the legendary creatures might be important, but also at the same time we don't want to limit the times that we see that card. So it's kind of a two-way thing. I'm going to have to do a little bit of playing around to try and figure that out. So at this moment, I wouldn't necessarily say this deck is a keep or it's a throwaway. It's definitely just needs to be worked on. So let's talk about what's in this deck. So we've got the Skrelv, Defector Mites. We don't have a lot of spells. We have absolutely no spells in our deck, not just a little. We have no spells in our deck. So we need something to be able to protect our creatures because we don't have anything. So like we could probably throw in a couple more Skrelvs. It's a legendary and just kind of ran out of space, so we only have 2 in there. We have the 3 Thalias in the decks for when we're running up against somebody that wants to just either have a whole bunch of counters or play with our deck, try and hold them back just a little bit so that they slow down. It's also a first striker, which also is really big. We've got Goro, Disciple of Raiyuu. So I've got this in the deck for the creatures gaining haste. It's also legendary, so it's nice to be able to have when Djeru and Hazoret can come out. It gives everything haste, which comes into a big play later on when we talk about the Storm's Edge and its attack phases. We've got Mirror-Shield Hoplite. I like this card, and the 2-drop slot. I have 4 of them. It has Vigilance, and it's a 2/2, so pretty strong. It does pretty well for being a 2 mana. And then we've got the backup ability. It's nice to have the backup ability out there. So I've got one of the reasons why we've got Boon-Bringer Valkyrie in the deck, so that because it has the backup 1, we can double the backup. So we've got flying, first strike, and lifelink, and with the backup ability, we can have modified creatures, so when we get to 5 mana, we can create a 5/5 red spirit dragon with Goro. So we've got, in the 3-drop slot, we have the Adelines. This is a really good combo piece that we can have when we create another token onto the deck, onto the battlefield, with our Fallaji Vanguard. I'm sure I'm going to mispronounce basically every name in this deck, but Fallaji Vanguard, because whenever another creature enters the battlefield, something gets +2/+0, which can be really strong when you are adding new creatures onto the deck really quickly. We're throwing in 1 Squee because it's a legendary creature working with the Djeru and Hazoret. Also really nice to create a 1/1 token as well as being able to cast it from our graveyard. Then we've got Queen Kayla, bin-Kroog. So we have this card in our deck so that we can throw away our hand if we need to, and we can get things onto the battlefield. We have a lot of cards in that 2 and 3 drop slot. We can get those 1 and 2 and 3 creature cards back onto the battlefield on the next turn when we discard our hand. And then we've got Karolus, Stalwart Slayer. This is really nice. It has flying and haste. I like the flying. So we've got the 2/3. And also, when we get into those mono red decks, we don't have to deal with the spells that they are throwing at us. We aren't really using that second ability because we have no spells in our deck. So we're protecting ourselves from those mono red players. That's why we've got 1. And then we've got Risona, Asari Commander. We really enjoy this card because it has haste, 3/3 at 3 mana, and it can get indestructible right away if an opponent isn't careful at the beginning of the game. So that can be really powerful for us. We've got Sunrise Cavalier. It's a 3-drop, trample haste. Love trample and haste. 3/3. Also turns the night and day, so you can really, if a Cavalier stays alive late, it can get really big. Okay, so we've already talked about the Vanguard. Really nice. Also a first striker. First striking is really nice in this deck. We got a lot of first strike in this deck. I already talked about this and how good it can be. Raiyuu, Storm's Edge. Love this card. It's a first striker. It's also the Samurai, so it can choose to attack alone. First strike at 3 power is pretty strong early in the game, and then we can get additional attack phases after that. So it's really nice. And then, of course, we have the Tori D'Avenant for Fury Rider, Vigilance and Trample already with this card. Then when it attacks, all other attacking creatures get +1/+1, and basically our whole deck turns into trampling Vigilance creatures, because basically everything in our deck has red-white in it. And then we've already talked about the Djeru and Hazoret, so good on that. And then we had an extra spot, so might as well throw the Adeline in. Probably could use it for another spot in the deck. Tali's just really big. It's a trampler. 7/7. It's just strong. Wanted to throw it in there just for fun, but we probably could use it for another spot. So that's the deck. Let me know if there are any other suggestions you have for the deck in the comments, so that we can make this deck stronger, because it was just really fun to play. Even if it didn't do as well as I would have liked, it was still really fun to play because of all the combos and everything in it.